Welcome to the Valor Community Town Hall for August. For those of you who are new, we do this every single month. Essentially, talk about any changes, any feedback, any announcements, share what we're working on behind the scenes, collect any feedback that you all have. And that's pretty much the basics. There's a few slides we go over that are pretty standard each town hall that just kind of go over the basics for those of you who are new in terms of navigating our community, because we know our Discord is a little crazy. There's stuff everywhere, and it's really confusing, but we try our best to explain it all. We are working on some videos that'll help guide you as well. So I know we say pretty much every town hall that we're not your typical guild. We try to keep evolving and adding new things. And so that's a lot of what we're going to dive into, and then some Season 2 prep this town hall. So, Sick, are you recording and ready?
Yar. It's been 4 minutes, so.
Perfect. Let's go ahead and get started. Nomi, if you can go to the next slide. So again, welcome to the Community Town Hall. For those of you who are here, and if you have to leave, or for those who aren't here, if anybody asks, we do record these, so they will be posted within the next day or so on our YouTube channel, and we'll share it here in Discord. So again, welcome to anybody that's new. Not going to run through what is the town hall because I just did all of that. But if you have any questions, feel free to throw them out there or save them till the end. At the end of the town hall, we do kind of a little Q&A, so I'm happy to answer any questions. And we'll go from there. So let's jump to that next slide. All right, just a little bit of an introduction to the management team, which all of them hate us and they're not here this time. I can't really say that. I missed the last two for family reasons, but they're not here, so I'm going to make fun of them. Anyway, my name is Prophet. I'm the CEO/GM. Don't let the CEO tag fool you. Yes, Valor is a business, but really, I'm just a gamer like all of you. I am the GM. I handle the day-to-day here in the community and the guild and all the business aspects. We have Catastrophic. He handles a lot of the business and back-end stuff with the LLC, the merch, our partnerships, that type of stuff. We have Jet, our creative director. Jet handles all of our content, social media, any of the videos that you guys see, all of the posts that go out, unless it's Sick who messes them up every single time. I'm just kidding. We have Fel, our esports director. He handles our Mythic Plus and Raid teams and our PvP teams, so anything competitive. We have Pitt, our operations coordinator. Pitt is my right-hand man. He makes sure that I'm not missing anything, make sure all the projects are aligned and going smoothly. Pitt's great, and I couldn't do it without him. We have Sick, our community manager. I could do without him. I'm just kidding. Sick handles all of the community aspects, our community council, community raid, as most of you know, and then misspells Valor pretty much on the daily. But we still love him, and I also could not do it without him. So we'll go to the next slide. We'll go to our next slide here, which is more Valor staff. Sorry, I was reading some DMs. We have Hona, our partnerships manager. Handles a lot of our sponsors, partners, and ongoing events like that. We have Sparks, our human/night elf/orc, or whatever WoW race you play, resources. Spark's a great resource. I go to her constantly asking if I'm doing things correctly or wrongly, advice. Things of that nature. We have Nomi, our systems architect. He handles a lot of the tools and resources that we have here in Valor, including our website. If you have not seen our new website, we can get a link here in the chat. It's a lot of great information there. Nomi worked really, really hard, tirelessly, and put up with me for months while we changed everything every 5 minutes. We have Recon, our digital media lead. He handles a lot of the graphics and media and stream stuff that you see. We have Jackie, our community council lead. Jackie manages our community council, also known as moderation, but we call them community council. We have Chaotic, our content team manager. Chaotic handles our stream team and our content creators. We have Randy the Rager, who handles all of our community events and out of WoW events. And we have Faye, our support specialist. Faye is going to be kind of bouncing around several different areas and helping maintain pretty much everything, a little bit of everything. We're still ironing out that role, but there'll be a lot more announced in the next month or so. If we can go to the next slide, please, Nomi. So we have our community council, which is Lieutenant Dan, Mizid, Tika, Martial Law, Salty Cupcake, welcoming to our two new community council members, Dottie and Mel. So for those of you who are new, our community council is kind of our moderation team. They handle a lot of the moderation in guild chat and in Discord, and every month they meet alongside of Jackie and they review all of the feedback that we've received from the community, and they make those decisions to escalate those up to myself and the rest of the management team, or maybe things along the lines of we've already dealt with this, or rule changes or policy changes, whatever it may be. They keep track of everything and they help me and the rest of the management team make those decisions. And sorry, as is tradition, Cleo wants to jump on the keyboard during town hall.
I mean, that's the true boss.
if we can go to the next slide, please. And we have our esports staff. So we have Dank, our raid teams manager. Dank's been in this role for 1 season. We love him, and he's been super supportive and super helpful. And then excited to work with him moving forward into season 2, especially with all of our new raid teams. We have Jekyll, our PvP teams manager. Hopefully most of you were able to check out his tournament yesterday. I know there was a really good turnout. Jekyll's been fantastic. We have Laurie, Mew, Darkcam, and Sanstra, who are our analysts. They help us review our raid teams and our Mythic Plus teams for competitive play or any questions, or they help the raid councils, with several different things each season. So if they have a lot of experience and they like to share that experience, and they've been great and very helpful. This is our first season with them, and looking forward to moving into season 2. If we can go to the next slide, please. All right, we do have a couple of open roles. As always, we're still looking for community mentors, which help with our academy team. So the academy mentors will reply to tickets, reply in chats, help people answer, WoW specific questions about professions, classes, different types of content. So if that's something you're interested in, please let us know. We would love to work with you. You don't have to be an expert at everything. If there's just one thing that you really like and have a lot of knowledge about, even if it's housing, pet battles, it doesn't matter what it is, we would love to have you join the mentor team. We're also looking for a social media manager. Still, this is something we're constantly looking for. As is VALOR tradition, every time an officer gets promoted, some major life thing happens and they have to step down. But we're hoping to lock in a social media manager soon. If we can go to the next slide. These are volunteer positions at this time. We're ideally able to get to paid positions eventually, but we are still very much in our early startup phase. And then we'll bring in Sick to talk about community stuff that's going on.
Hello, everyone. So yeah, we'll just go over some of this. As you see, we have a very large Discord. So just a quick run through for, especially I see a lot of new faces here today. A lot of our stuff can be found in our server guide, which is up top on our Discord. There you'll find the quick access to the rules, guidelines, contacts, and how to do guild invites, team applications, and team info. So again, that's all found in there. Also too, within that same column, if you will, there's channels and roles. I highly suggest you check that out, because that way you can assign yourself the roles of, say, community PvP, community raid, or gatherer, herbalist, news. So that way when we tag you in Discord, you'll get notified of that. So like, hey, we have a community PvP tournament like Jekyll just hosted, you'll also get that notification as well. So it's a really cool tool to help you to stay informed and help navigate you through this large Discord. As you all have seen, and newer people as you're seeing, we had the temporary voice channels, which have been a huge success this season. It's a great opportunity for someone to just make a quick channel, either 5 cap or uncapped, and then as soon as you leave it, it dissipates. So it's a nice way to, like, say you have an impromptu group for keys, or say you're maybe playing another game like Overwatch or Project Zomboid. So again, feel free to utilize those. It's just extra, it owes to the stationary hangouts that we have. You can go to the next slide, please. As we mentioned, we are still always constantly building on the background. We have new Academy Resources channel coming soon. And I'm sure most of y'all may have seen or not have seen, Discord is going to be integrated in game in World of Warcraft. We already have something set up, it's just a matter of the patch coming out. So if everything is understood correctly, we'll have a channel here in Discord that whatever essentially you type in that channel will show up in game in World of Warcraft, and vice versa. So it's a nice way to bridge that gap because I know sometimes people just don't have access to both. So it's to be a wonderful tool for us to integrate into the our system here with Valor. And then again, obviously we have our raid teams, and we want to have the areas that have people hang out. So with that, let's see. I'm sorry, I just had a brain fart. And then of course we still have the fireside hangout, which has been going strong. That just showcases how we have multiple people hanging out throughout the 10 or 8 static channels we have, be it Overwatch, be it Project Zomboid. Then we still have our Saturday morning coffee, which is kind of the same idea as Fireside, where people can just hang out in the morning, see what's going on, and with like say what we were watching FIFA, or talking about FIFA or just whatever's going on, to just group up and hang out. Moving forward, I am proud to announce that we are having a Mythic Mondays come back. It's going to start back up on the 10th of August at 7 p.m. It's going to be similar to, like, if those that are familiar with Community Raid in terms of the environment, it's going to be a very chilled, relaxed atmosphere for people to essentially group up with similar skill level and get some vault slots. It's not necessarily about pushing or, doing maximum anything. It's just a matter of, trying to find people the same, comfort zone. And learning keys, or not learning keys, rather, learning keys. Feel free to open up a ticket, and Academy, and we'll get you going. This is more for a chill, relaxed environment, so that way the community doesn't have to seek pugging. Because again, pugs are great, but they also tend to be not so great. So this is one of the efforts that we have, like nearly 2,000 people here in the Discord. It's an opportunity for us to kind of keep keys in house and avoid that stress of trying to pick up a group. Legacy content. I am glad to announce we were going to be doing that at minimum once a month. Um, I want to say it's on the 14th is the first one. I don't have my calendar in front of me this second because I'm also recording this, but it will be Shadowlands Mythic. I might have it in the Discord event yet. If not, I'll have it up there momentarily, but keep an eye out on that. So it's Shadowlands every month, all the time. But yeah, we'll be doing that again too. This is an opportunity for folks to see older content that they may have never seen before. And what's nice about legacy content is, for the most part, there's really not a comp needed. You can show up, have fun, and just see some really cool fights and just atmosphere like Shadowlands, which I liked. And we'll be doing that at least once a month. I know we've been having some interest in a D&D group. We've been talking about it. We just need some folks that would be like really committed to leading that, if that makes any sense. I myself am not that familiar with D&D, so I don't know much about it. But again, if that's something that seems like an interest to you, feel free to open up an admin ticket and we'll work with you and see if it works, what we can do, what have you. And then same thing, neighborhood manager, as housing is getting bigger and bigger in the game. I mean, this is our first season with it, and it's already taken off substantially well, in my opinion. And obviously there's a huge following. We're looking to have someone eventually, pick up as a neighborhood manager so they can help organize social, hangout focused areas inside that, a nice casual environment. You can go to the next slide, please. All right. And we are, as you saw the council earlier, the community council here is, mods at the end of the day, but they're not. They are beyond that. They are the face of the community. They are helping bridge that communication between, say, everyone in the guild and us management. So again, there you can see them, and some of them are here in chat. They usually have that yellow goldish name title, if you will. Wonderful group of people. So you can always reach out to them for questions or if you need any help, what have you. And one of the other things that the council do is they meet once a month to go over feedback, which I highly suggest. We did move the feedback to the Valor website now. If someone could post that when they have a chance, please. There is no such thing as a stupid question or statement. I know probably everyone's heard that once or twice in their life, but I can assure you it's a wonderful tool because it allows people to say, even anonymously, like, hey, why don't we do this? Or why don't we do that? Or I have this issue. What happens is that's presented to the council team as kind of your peers, and they look at it, say like, hey, is this something that we could, further pursue? Like example, past event ideas. And as you can see on the right side of the slide, these are some of the more recent ones. It's been a little bit slower now, but it's kind of that time of season where everyone's kind of taking a little bit of a breather because obviously season 2, everyone wants to hit the ground running. So example, we've had interaction concerns that the council took care of. It's still in progress, but the idea of like being on multiple teams and just having something set in stone So that way there's transparency with how we approach that. Academy guides, which we mentioned, we have that cooking, as we mentioned on a prior slide with resources. Event ideas, example, Mythic Keys and the Legacy Raid. That's something that community has been wanting for a while. We got that set up, and as was just announced. Community events outside of WoW, we still have that going. You'll see a little bit of that in a slide coming. And then the raid team themed merch is all set. If someone could link the shop as well, I'm biased because I love the gear, but it's amazing quality. I really can vouch for it. And then again, as you could probably see and or yell at Profit or I and other management, we are constantly cleaning up Discord. And if you can go to the next slide, please.
I can take over this
all right.
one. Yeah, so for those of you who are new, a couple months back, we introduced a new program called VALOR Cares. The initiative here is to provide support and resources out of game. So whether it's healthy eating habits, which is going to be our August theme, so that could be recipes, books, tips and tricks, things like that. Also, resume assistance and review. We also have several different resources available from our partners that help with just IRL things in general. So any kind of support that you need, and several different links, as Jackie posted in the chat there. So we're really excited to take this initiative one step further and start implementing monthly themes. I'm really personally excited for healthy eating habits as someone who just kind of started a health journey myself within the last couple of weeks. I'm always looking for new recipes and eating ideas. No, I did have to give up the Old Bay. Way too much sodium. Holy, way too much. We can go to the next slide. And then, Dick, if you want to take over upcoming events.
So as I kind of foreshadowed a little bit, games outside of World of Warcraft, we have Project Zomboid. I'm sure you've seen some of us playing it in Discord recently. It's a really fun game. We'll be having that as a community game on the 7th. Again, you can find it on Steam, but even if you don't necessarily want to play physically, I'll probably be there. Plenty of people will be there. I'm sure we'll gladly share our screen. So I highly advise, even if you don't want to play, just came and hang out, listen to the funny comms, because let's be honest, it's probably going to be them just trying to murder me in game. Keyword in game, folks. But it's always a fun time. It's good places to kick back and see the community outside of a game that's not World of Warcraft. Discussion topic, and I'm actually really curious to see what people say on this one. What is a feature that you would like added to World of Warcraft? It's up currently in our discussion channel and the Discord, so I'm really curious to see what y'all would think, because honestly, I could think of a ton of things. The housing contest is actually live now. So again, it's in our Valor website, if someone can link that. The theme is outdoor summer, so specifically outside your house. For the newer folks here, we run it all month. You can, you got to be in it to win it. All you have to do is take a picture of the house. You can decorate it however you see fit. All we ask is obviously no Photoshop or anything, third-party tools. Submit it, and then at the end of the month, there'll be a vote, and then we'll have 3 prizes given out in terms of gold. Legacy Raid, as I mentioned, is August 14th. Again, there's really no requirement. You don't need to know the fights because it's such older content. You can literally sneeze on the bosses and they pass. But it's a good way to really experience that content, get some achievements just for clearing it, and possibly some transmog. And you get to put up with me, which is always fun in itself, clearly. Community PvP, we've touched on that a few times here. I obviously vouch for this group countless times. Jekyll just hosted his tournament last night. This group is really, they're very, very good at PvP. They know their stuff. And what's even cooler about it is that they are more than willing to help people out, understand even like the mechanics of arena versus battlegrounds. And it's a really good vibe over there. So I highly suggest checking that out. Community Raid, we are still doing that strong. Again, those that aren't familiar with it, we do it every Saturday from 8:30 till 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Goal every season is AOTC, which we accomplished. We actually, last week we got the full achievement run banged out. And this coming Saturday, we'll be finishing up Voidspire achievements, starting on the dragons. So again, if that interests you, feel free to sign up. And as I already mentioned, starting the 10th, we will have the community keys going. And then, as I mentioned in a couple slides past, we also still have the Fireside Hangout as well, where it's a great place to hang out, chat with your members about whatever's going on. Like, hey, what'd you see about this possible WoW feature? It's always a good time just to hang out. And you can go to the next slide, please. All right. And then in the guild information, that's also on a tab further up in the Discord. You can see about the ranks, promotions, and activity policy. So, example, you probably see me also give my disclaimer like, we obviously are always at cap, which is a good problem to have, but the cap is small. Like, example, 3 to 4 months, just because of the size. We will have to purge once in a while just to make room for newer active members. But if that ever does happen and you find yourself like, hey, what the heck? I used to be in the guild. I'm not here. Just set a new invite and we'll get you back in. We just have to, keep that inactivity bracket a little tight so that way we can have room. Hopefully, World of Warcraft will increase that cap down the line. But, we just got to work with what we got now. In the guild report, you can also see what's going on in terms of the progression. We see who's had what done. Crafting channel, this is a dedicated area for dedicated area to request in game, like, so you need a recraft or whatever. Wait, Bleem's sick. Anyway. Oh, I did do it. So yes, I was distracted. So if you need something crafted, you just go in there, and it kind of goes to that throwback of how I mentioned channels and roles. So if you say I am an herbalist, right, or I'm an alchemist, I had that tag. Someone needs some potions made. You go into that crafting channel, say at World of Warcraft Alchemist, I need XYZ made. Here are the mats. That will ping them and they can get it made for you in a timely manner. And then, of course, we have our class chats. Huh? Oh, you all throwing me off. Then the other for, any class that you play, be it warrior, Death Knight, Warlock, what have you. It's a good place to, maybe theory craft, or hey, what's a good resource I can find out more about my class. And then, of course, we have our chat channels for PvP, housing, collecting, and so forth. You can go next slide, please.
I will jump in on this one. Thank you, Sick. Give you a little bit of a break there. So as I spoke to earlier, we're preparing for Midnight Season 2. This season coming up, we're making a huge focus and doubling down on our learning teams. So for those of you who have been here a while, Bronze, Horizon, and our new team, Storm, is geared towards learning how to get into raiding at several different levels. So the idea is Bronze is normal focused, Horizon being heroic focused, and Storm being mythic focused. We're still ironing out some of those details on how the pipeline is going to be working. We'll have those posted within the next couple of weeks, and then kind of ironing out throughout the season how it works in the future. We're really excited for this program. We know a lot of players come to us who have never raided before or are normal raiders looking to get into higher difficulty. So the idea here is it's not just about getting boss kills, it's about working on your individual skills and working as a team and how that progresses forward. So there'll be a lot of in and out of game mentorship, as well as guides, training, workshop, things like that, to really help those players. So it's, again, like, let's say, for example, Bronze clears all of normal. They're not just going to go and jump into heroic. They'll be re-clearing normal and getting all of their players on the team, reviewing logs and kind of getting them on the same equal playing field before they progress forward. And same with Horizon, moving into Storm. So if you have any questions, please let us know on that. We'll be looking to those raiders on each of those teams for a lot of feedback this next season on how we can improve, because this is something that we really want to work on moving forward. Repairs and BOE drops. I know there's been a lot of questions about how Valor handles their BOE drops, and we've gone back and forth over the last couple of seasons on how we do that and how it makes sense. To be honest, it was really difficult to condense that into one slide for this town hall. So I'm going to get a post out, hopefully by Friday at the very latest, ironing out how that's going to look moving forward. We've changed it quite a bit from how we did it this previous season and previous seasons in the past. And so I'm going to get that out, and then we'll be looking again at feedback. But there's a lot of information to cover, how we look at our BOE drops and repair cost, and because we want to be able to do more moving forward. So we'll get that out to you. So if we can go to the next slide, please. So just the monthly guild report. As always, we're sitting at around 999 members pretty consistently. Something Sick had already said, but I want to double down on this, especially as we get closer to Season 2 and BlizzCon coming up. I will be going through and doing a pretty big audit and trimming us down probably closer to 900 players in the guild. So if you have alts that you're not playing, please move those over to Valor 2. If you can. If it's account characters that you play, like by all means keep them in the guild, but we're gonna try to trim up so we can get 50 to 100 new slots available going into Season 2. For those of you who are new here, and this is gonna be a humble brag, we get about 1,000 to 1,200 applicants per season. And usually that first week of a new season is about 300 or 400 invites that the council handles. So we get a lot of people coming through. A lot of them especially just play the first couple of weeks and then they kind of drop off. But we want to make room for anybody who's interested in being here and wants to play inside of Valor. So our rankings right now. So World is 1001, Region 319, and Realm 9. As most of you know, Thrall is a very competitive realm, so being in the top 10 pretty consistently for us over the past several expansions is fantastic. Valor 2 is sitting at around 318 members. Unique accounts in the guild, so that means at least one character. Sorry, I don't know how to really say this. It's one player Blizzard account in the guild. We have over 600, so it's sitting at 618. The World of Warcraft guild average is for bigger guilds is about 40, so we well exceed that. So that means that there's over 600 people, unique individuals in the guild, which is fantastic. Guilds of WoW accounts, we're sitting at 513, so we would love to get that number up to that 618. So if you don't have a Guilds of WoW account, it's free. All you have to do is sign in, and that's it. You're done. And it helps us a lot stay the top of the leaderboard on Guilds of WoW. Guild Gold sitting at 6.8 million. We have about 2 or 3 million left in reserve as well. So going into the new season, we'll be good to go to support all of our raid teams. And then obviously those BOEs coming in are going to help a lot. So shout out to all of the teams and players who donated throughout the season. You make life much easier and cheaper on us. And it's very, very, very appreciated. And as always, this data is provided to our wonderful partner and sponsor over at Guilds of WoW. If we can go to the next slide, please. So Valor Academy, we've talked about this a little bit. This is something that we're always expanding. It's our kind of whole reason Valor exists, is to support newer players and players that are willing to learn or wanting to learn. So if you need help with anything, we have a request help channel. You can open up a ticket. You get paired with a one-on-one mentor. So if asking questions in a group chat or public chat isn't for you, this is a great opportunity and space to do that. Our Academy tips will be returning for Season 2. So this is where Jackie comes in and posts typically every couple of weeks with some kind of new tip, whether it's patch notes or new things and systems being added to new updates, or just how to get this unique cosmetics or transmogs or whatever it may be. A new channel we'll be adding is Academy Resources. This is going to have links to popular add-ons, popular WoW specific websites, what they do, how they work, and why they're important. And then, of course, our Academy raid teams, which we talked about earlier, being Bronze, Horizon, and Storm. And then we have our Discord commands. You can always just type /Valor help in any of the channels, and you'll get a list of those commands. And we can go to the next slide. Okay, since Fel has abandoned us today, I will cover the esports side of things. So we have Blue, who has hit their goal of 10 out of 10 Mythic. Ravens sitting at 9 out of 10. Platinum sitting at 9 out of 10. That is crazy progress. We love to see this many teams competing at that level. Insight sitting at 7 out of 10, which is crazy compared to previous seasons. They jumped up a lot. Big shout out to that leadership team for coming in and taking over and really making that team very competitive. Storm one of our newest teams, sitting at 3 out of 10. Fantastic. Looking forward to seeing what that team can do next season with their new and improved leadership team. Tavern, our newest heroic only team. They are not learning focused. They are just a heroic AOTC focused team. They blew their goal out of the water within the first couple of weeks. Horizon completed all of their goals, sitting at AOTC and 2 out of 10 mythic. And then Bronze destroying their goal and going into heroic and killing the first 4 bosses. Congratulations to all of the team. You guys are amazing. Really looking forward to season 2 and all of these teams and seeing what they can do. And we'll go to the next slide. As always, if you're interested in applying for a team, you can go to the server guide and click on apply for team. Our other esport team, so our Mythic Plus and PvP team, we changed this last season, the midway through the season when the new website came out. We have a new system for this, so you can register yourself as a free agent or start your own team. You do not need an approval process. The only approval is to make sure that your team name makes sense and it's not incorrect, I guess we'll call it. So if you're interested in starting your own team, by all means, follow that link that Jackie just posted. Or if you want to look for a team, list yourself as a free agent. Our teams are amazing. It gives you the opportunity to have a more structured environment, so you don't have to worry about pugs or trying to find players to run with. They typically will have a schedule, like a set schedule, for running your keys or doing PvP. So we'll go to the next slide, please. And as always, that system's brand new on how we're doing that. So bear with us over the next season or so while we kind of iron out the details. VALOR Drake May, I will approve that immediately. If we can go to the next slide, please. Did Nomi die? There we go. So most of you know, we have some content series going on with some new ones that are coming in the future. If nobody's watched Who Wants to Be a Goblinaire, it's my favorite series of all time. You have to come watch it, especially Valeria and Lex and Mistledine. We love them all. They were fantastic, even though a couple of them may or may not have taken 1 million gold from me. That's fine, though. So we do community spotlights. We have our live stream and our content team. We have our social media. We would love for you to follow us. Pet Masters League, the NA and EU finals are actually next weekend, so stay tuned and come hang out with us as we raise some money for charity. Last season of Pet Masters League, we raised over $2,000 for Stack Up, which is a military charity for veterans and first responders. Looking forward to doing some more charity and raising some more money for good causes. Obviously, we have our Discord, which we're posting content in, and we also stream raid progression at least 2 or 3 days a week, usually more, which Recon handles, which is fantastic. And we'll go to the next slide. So our content team, you can take a look there. You can also visit our Twitch team if somebody can post that link, and follow our streamers. If you're interested in becoming part of the content team, you can go up to the server guide in Discord and click apply for content team. And Chaotic will reach out to you on next steps and a brief interview. There are no requirements. Like, if you want to join the stream team, all you have to do is be a streamer, make content. We just want to help promote you, and in turn, you're helping promote the community and fostering our mission in a positive environment. If you love WoW, we want you on the stream team. If we can go to the next slide. And our August creator of the month is Don Crankin. I swear he streams constantly. I always see him live. He really stands out for the effort he puts into constantly improving his stream, consistently tweaking things behind the scenes, trying new ideas, or finding ways to make the experience better and looking for ways to grow. Not using a cam or voice chat has not stopped Don from working on building a welcoming environment for his community. He shows that consistency, dedication, and a willingness to improve matter over everything. So thank you, Don, for sharing your community with us. Look forward to seeing you continue to grow as a creator. And if we can go to the next slide, please. All right, another way that you can support the community, if that's something you're interested in doing, is we do have supporters here in the Discord. There's 3 different levels that give you various different perks. This is something that continuously evolves and something we're going to be looking into after BlizzCon is over on adding more additional perks. We're actually talking to some potential partners about getting some free goop for the supporters and expanding that system moving forward. But you can see the perks there. You can also head up to the top of the Discord and click on subscribe. I think it is. That's what server shop. There you go. Thank you, Jackie. And all money that is donated to Valor, every penny of that goes right back into the community. Nobody takes a paycheck. We're not making any money out of this. We use it for our website. We use it for the various different tools and resources in the Discord, making sure that our teams have everything that they need. Everything, like I said, our giveaways, everything you see goes right back into Valor. And if you have any questions on that, happy to answer those. You can just open up a mod ticket in here in the Discord, council ticket. If we can go to the next slide, please. So another way you can support is with merch. Again, all merch sales, every dime we make goes right back into Valor. So we have various different things on there, from mouse pads, jerseys, regular t-shirts and hoodies, cups, hats. There's all kinds of stuff. If there's things on there that you'd like to see us add, it's a great opportunity to put some feedback in and let us know. We'll add it if it's something that people are interested in. Yeah, it doesn't matter what it is. Notepads, we can do it all. So if you use code VALOR, you'll get 10% off your order for any of the Arma jerseys, things like that. So if you have any feedback, questions, comments, please let us know. It's probably too late to get jerseys for BlizzCon, but your base merch, t-shirts and things like that, if you want for BlizzCon, you absolutely have time if you order within the next week or so. And we can go to the next slide. So another way Valor supports the community is with our various partnerships. So we use a couple of different ones we've worked with, Dragon Roast, Stack Up, PML, Arma, Mythical Meats, Rogue, and the list goes on. We work with as many as we can that support our same kind of vision and mission. And again, every penny that we receive from these brands goes right back into Valor. If there's brands that you work with a lot or you purchase from a lot, let us know. And we'll do our best to reach out and see if we can get some discount codes or something for the community, as well as giveaways, which is always helpful. Everybody loves free stuff. We also do, like I had mentioned, various fundraising. We've worked with Stack Up, Dungeon Dojo, Make-A-Wish, Pause Your Game, and the Trevor Project. In total, over the last 2 years, we have raised just over $4,000 for charity, and we're looking forward to continuing to do that moving forward. You hate free stuff. You're crazy. We can go to the next slide, please. All right, just a little bit of a look ahead. So what we're working on. So for July, we worked on a leadership portal. For those of you who weren't here in the previous couple of town halls for us to talk about that, this is something we've been trying to do for 5 or 6 months now. We have a dedicated website that's like a knowledge hub and portal for our Valor leadership team, which will be fully released within the next 2 weeks. I'm very excited to have this. This is going to make sure that all of our leadership team stays consistent and has access to everything that they need to do their day-to-day. This way they're not messaging and waiting on DMs and responses or waiting for access to things. Like, it's all just going to be there and available for them. So we're really excited about that with various leadership tools. So we've been working on that back-end infrastructure to support our continued growth, especially going into BlizzCon. And something I want to talk about is the continued growth. So, a little bit of feedback we received is people have been in, larger guilds and communities before, and they kind of lose their community field the bigger they get. And we completely understand that. And I want to reassure everybody that our mission is to stay community focused always. So it's not just about numbers. Obviously, we want more people in the community, but our big focus, especially throughout the rest of this year and moving forward, is going to be community. This is why we're adding a lot more community events, a lot more social engagement. It's not just about bringing in people for raid teams and Mythic Plus teams, things like that. Obviously, we want that, but that's not our goal. Our goal is to provide a cool space for everybody, no matter what type of content you're interested in. We want people who are going to want to be here for the community, not just to raid and get loot, as much as we all love our loot. Happy to answer any questions around that or any feedback, good or bad. I'll be the first to admit we're not perfect, but we're constantly evolving, constantly trying new things. Your feedback is extremely important. I know we ask for feedback a lot, which people have pointed out, but it's the only way that we can be sure that we are working on the right things and we're doing things that the community wants. For August, so we're focused on Midnight Season 2, our Pet Master League charity stream, which is over the next couple of weeks. We have the NA finals, EU finals, and then the World finals the following week. More community-focused events, which we talked about, our BlizzCon preparation. So for those who will be attending BlizzCon, we have some VALOR goodie bags for you guys. Really excited to show off those. I got some of the product in the mail, and Catastrophic has some other stuff as well. I can't wait to show those off. We're going to be doing several different leadership interviews for a bunch of different roles, moving into the second half of 2026 and moving into 2027 to help out all the teams, really just stay more focused in various different things, really. So our updated team tiers and policies around BOEs and perks, we'll be posting that article by the end of this week. September, obviously, we're going to be focused on BlizzCon. Can't really say what else we'll be doing at that time because we're going to be really busy. But October, we're going to be focused on some different content series that we have going out. Our new VALOR video intro, our PvP and Mythic Plus teams. We know a lot of you have requested bringing back custom logos for those teams, and that's something that we want to do. So we're going to be working on that. Our continued website updates and improvements, and then those continued supporter updates and benefits. And then obviously we'll always be looking at feedback to throw some different things in there. And we can go to the next slide, which will wrap us up. So now is the time. If you have questions, if you just want me to shut up so you don't have to listen to me anymore, anything at all, happy to answer those questions. If you have something you want to ask or say that you don't want to post here in chat, please go up to the server guide, click on contact an admin, open up that ticket. We're happy to discuss. This is probably also a really good time to also mention that, like most Discords, you get hit with some spammers or weird DMs, anything like that. Please report that. Please put in an admin request. Let us know who's doing it, and we will get rid of them. There's a lot of bots out there, and we don't want you guys to have to deal with that. How do you donate gold to the PvP tournaments? That would be a Jekyll question, and we can let him know. For all servers are down, so we're not going to be doing our screenshot, which is unfortunate. How's life without Old Bay? I've replaced Old Bay with sweet potatoes. The sweet potato life is the best life.
Let's see if he has that same energy next town hall, how he feels about no Old
Hey,
Bay.
I've lost 6 pounds in the first week. Pretty excited about it. I got to look good in that VALOR jersey for BlizzCon, you know what I mean? Server hamsters need a break, yeah. Thank you, everybody, and thank you to all of the leadership team for all of their continued support. I really could not do any of this and would not want to do it without any of you. You guys have been amazing. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, I don't know why I missed this on the slide. We want you to nominate people for the Hall of Valor for Midnight Season 1. So if we could get a link to that in the chat. If you have somebody, whether it doesn't have to be a leader, but if you have leaders or raiders or anybody on your teams, anybody in the community that you think is a standout VALOR member who really showcases what it means to be part of VALOR, we want to know. Tell us all about it. We'll be looking at those nominations. We do only induct one person per season, so let us know who you think it should be. I don't think I missed any questions. If I did, please tag me. Will there be any more raid teams created? No. 8 is more than enough, and if I add any more, Dank and Fell are going to throw me out of this community or leave, and then I'll be stuck doing it all by myself, which will be really sad. No more teams. 8 is plenty for us to manage right now. Dottie says they're making cheesecake for everybody that attends BlizzCon.
Well,
Will be there. Will there be VALOR teams in the MDI and AWC? I hope so. We've done this in the past. We haven't had much luck in the last 2 seasons with that interest level, but I'm hoping to get some more competitive teams for those. this coming season. I would love that. It is something that we're really looking at into. We love Onyx. Member slap day. What are we talking about?
Right, we have PTO.
Yeah, we have TO. What
That's
is
a
the
good
best way to
question.
see M Plus teams? Yeah, if we can get a link to the VALOR website on the Mythic Plus page, that is a great way. You can list yourself as a free agent. I need to work on a couple of ways that the team leaders get announced when somebody hits the free agent list, but it is something that's evolving.
I can answer that
Thank you.
question for Stone real quick.
Yeah, please.
Stone, and this goes for anyone too. So for BlizzCon tickets, the only source to my knowledge, let me see if I can pull it up in here and link it as well, is to their official resale via BlizzCon. I mean, I would suggest that too, because I mean, I'm sure there's other ways, but I would say always go for the official source. I will put this here in the chat real quick. But the only option that I know of, like the guaranteed way to work is if you go to the resale. I mean, there may be others, but that's the only way I know of it, like officially. So hopefully that helps you out a little bit, Stone.
Thrash just brought up a really good point because we're supposed to do the Mythic Plus community event after Town Hall here, but with the DDoS, that we might have to postpone that. We probably will be postponing that. We'll get a post out here sick after Town Hall if the servers aren't up. Thank you, Thras.
Yeah, no, good call out. I mean, not that it's.
This is why Thras was our first Hall of Valor inductee. Thras carries us. And died for our sins, actually. If you didn't know, now you know. Yeah, there's always people running keys. So please hop into channels. Don't be a stranger. I actually heard yesterday that people were afraid to join a channel because I was in there. Please don't be afraid. It's just me. Come hang out. Yeah, just don't talk about the Patriots. I'm gonna get tilted. So it does sound like we're going to postpone that Mythic Plus event. Sorry about that. Blame Blizzard. The former Tom Brady's. Get out of here. Thanks, everybody. I think we answered all the questions. If I missed anything, feel free to DM me. Not you, Lass. Do not DM me. If anybody needs anything, please open up a ticket. Let us know. Thank you all for attending. Really appreciate all the effort and everything that you guys put into the community to make it what it is. We couldn't do it and wouldn't do it without you. We put in a lot of time to keep this going, and you all make it worth it. Except you, Lass. I'm just kidding. All right, everybody. You guys have a good rest of your weekend. I'm gonna go play some Valorant? ? Any Valorant gamers in the chat?
No, Zomboid.
All right. Everybody have a good rest of your weekend.
All right, thank you all for coming. And again, reach out anytime if anyone has any questions, comments, or free cheesecake or Diet Coke for me.